The second thing is the intelligent workplace. This is one of our, I don't know, different ideas. What the inspiration came here was that this is the old-fashioned office of the past. Nobody works like this anymore. A computer sitting on a desk, connected to a printer with some kind of like real wire. And there's a phone which is on a completely different landline system. So that's the office of the past. Nobody's working like that anymore. So it's more like you have your personal device, and maybe you want to go up to a workspace, and the workspace is going to provide you a large display so that you don't just have to work on your cell phone, but you can look at the large display there. And of course you have an internet connection, obviously wireless internet. Maybe there's a printer somewhere around there. And then TTT, that's what we call tabletop telepresence. So that's our camera projector system, which is kind of like the digital desk that came out of Europark many years ago. So it is a camera projector system. It can project information and interfaces onto the desktop. There's a high-res camera that scans the desktop and can find documents there and capture the documents, get a JPEG of the document. And then once you have the document, you can do OCR, translate it, do all sorts of different things with it. So this is sort of a digital desk with minimal equipment. So one of the original apps we've had was to share paper documents remotely during a teleconference. And probably all of you have had the experience, you're having a Skype meeting with somebody and you want to share something on a piece of paper or a physical object. So you hold it up to the teleconference camera, and like if it's a document, they can't see it on the other side. And then you try to take a picture of it, and then you send it to your cell phone. And anyway, it's a big hassle. So this is a solution to that problem. So let me play you this video that kind of shows this technology.
In this example, Yume is on a business trip. She's concerned that one of her sales sheets is inaccurate. Yume uses several features of the tabletop telepresence, or TTT system, to address this problem. After presenting her document to the TTT system, Yume is shown an interface with a list of related colleagues and documents. She initiates a video conference with Michelle, the document's author. TTT enables Michelle to see the exact area of the document that Yume is concerned about. Michelle has an updated version of this particular sales sheet. She uses TTT to share it with Yume. Yume quickly translates the document into her native language. Satisfied that everything is correct, Yume prints out a new copy.
So this is what the technology looks like. It's pretty grungy looking. Instead of that beautiful lamp that they had in the video that was nicely designed, it's actually this camera. It's a robot camera mounted on a turret, and it's scanning around the desktop, stitching the images together to get a high-res image, finding where the document is, and then projecting an interface. So that's the projected interface. It's based on occlusion, so it's a camera projector. The camera knows what the projector is projecting, and if the camera doesn't see it, it knows your finger's in the way. So we called it a touchless interface. That's different. You could also use maybe a gesture interface, which is a 3D gesture. But this one works nice for a camera projector system. So thoughts on this? Again, this is just a research idea. Thoughts are putting it in lamps in informal meeting spaces, so you could just come up and have the displays on the wall. This might be workstations at the office, so that there's large displays there. You bring your personal device and the lamp has the camera projector system, or a business center in a hotel. Our designer was thinking, well, maybe we could use it for a kiosk where you have ideas, you know, like a bank teller or hotel desk, places where you have to deal with paper and either an interface or teleconference to somebody in their own language. So this is our designer, came up with these various designs. People really love this egg one, they're crazy about it, but unfortunately a competitor to Fuji Xerox already has marketing based on an egg, tamago, in Japanese, so we were told not to use that. Competition, HP Sprout already has a product that they have with a touchpad, and they're scanning 3D objects. They're mostly scanning textures and then putting it on 3D objects in the virtual world online. Fujitsu has what appears to be a touch interface. Canon looks to be working in this area. And I showed you those banking kiosks before, but at any rate, we don't quite have the right idea of what Fuji Xerox should do in this space. So ideas are welcome. The last thing I'm going to talk to you about is hypermeetings across time and space. So the problem that we're solving here is how to have teleconferences when you're in different time zones. So we want to kind of play around with time here. How can we find a convenient time to have a meeting? I mean, there just isn't a chance. So we're time shifting meetings for some of the attendees. So the idea here is that you record a meeting with people that are co-present at the same time. So our meetings that we're dealing with are basically teleconference meetings, but teleconferencing between people in the same time zone. And then people in the other time zone watch that first recorded meeting, and they pause the recording to add comments to the meeting while the meeting is going on. And then the first people can go back and listen to the comments in the context of what their first meeting was. So everybody stays in their time zone, kind of like email, except that it's a conversation, first of all, and it's video, second of all.